Florida Congressman Brian Mast says he is using his power to raise new questions about the Biden administration's handling of embattled Special Iran envoy Robert Malley. One America's John Hines has more.
In your role as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, you've been taking a look at an individual. His name is Robert Malley, and he was involved in, I guess, the Iran nuclear agreement negotiations, or has supposedly been involved in that, or was. And apparently he has been, I guess, he has disappeared from the Biden administration. He's not working there anymore, mysteriously, under somewhat mysterious, I guess, enigmatic circumstances. And meanwhile, an associate of his is still working at, I think, the Department of Defense and has a security clearance. What are you trying to accomplish with regard to Mr. Malley and some of his associates?
So Mr. Malley is not just a name out there in the midst of government. He is the special envoy to Iran, or was the special envoy to Iran, the top Iranian guy, somebody that was out there beating the drum for the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or the Iran nuclear deal, and reviving, when Biden came into office, a new Iran nuclear deal, was the spearhead for all of this. And what you saw take place was he was very quietly removed and his security clearance revoked at the exact same time. He was put on leave, security clearance revoked. They didn't tell Congress that this took place. They didn't tell the House of Representatives or the Senate that this took place.
And they didn't tell you why.
And they didn't tell us why. So this had to be discovered, number one, by accident. And then afterwards, there were classified briefings on this. There were hearings in front of the American people where this was brought up. No answers given in either setting. There's a person that is a chief of staff to one of the top deputies in the Department of Defense that has been tied to an Iranian engagement network of people that their specific job, as is claimed, it is alleged that their specific job was to gain influence to top-level U.S. diplomats and convince them essentially to be soft on Iran. That was their directive to do it. That particular individual, Ms. Tabatabai, again, this is an allegation that was made about her, was a part of that network, now has a security clearance. In the allegation, it was that she was directly reporting to the Iranian Foreign Ministry. So if that were true, that's something that would have had to been reported on your security questionnaire that you fill out to get a security clearance. What conversations or what meetings or what foreign dignitaries do you know? Do you own foreign assets? Do you have you worked for a foreign agency? This kind of thing. That stuff has to be in there. And we haven't been able to get answers about how that individual answered those questions. But you're correct. She does still maintain her security clearance and her position as chief of staff.
What do we know about Mr. Robert Malley, about his activities other than being a special envoy to Iran, sir?
I think the short way to sum it up is Iranian sympathizer, working to be soft on Iran, working to not prevent Iran from gaining a nuclear weapon in totality, but saying, how can we work these deals with Iran, in exchange for them to have access to the global markets? How can we work these deals with Iran to make sure that they can ship their oil out of their country and other things? It's soft policies on an entity that has been a part of calling for the destruction of America. The destruction of Israel was a huge part of the operations of the October 7 attacks on Israel. And that's the kind of person that we don't want dealing with that kind of enemy of the state, enemy of the United States of America, somebody that's going to be soft on them.
I think you've introduced some legislation you feel would be a guardrail on this. What is that about, sir?
So there's a number of guardrails that need to happen on this. It's making sure that Congress has the leeway to see what's going on with their security clearances, making sure that transparency, exactly, for us as the representatives, and especially the other committees as well, whether it's in classified setting or a non-classified setting. But it's also saying, listen, the administration needs to give us an answer on what exactly happened with Robert Malley. Why was the security clearance revoked? What was actually compromised or alleged to be compromised, or what you're investigating that potentially was compromised, to say you need to remove this senior Iranian U.S. American diplomat, the top American diplomat to deal with Iran. that you felt you needed to remove that individual's security clearance, that's a very serious allegation that must have taken place, so you better tell us what it is.
Congressman Brian Mast, member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, proudly serving the 21st Congressional District of Florida. Sir, thank you for talking to us on Weekly Briefing. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and subscribe. I will be back on YouTube with more exclusive content, so stay tuned.